The day I got into Tsinghua University, my parents would rather spend 10 grand on a motorcycle for my brother than pay for my tuition. So my uncle didn't say a word, just went and sold the only cow we had to scrape together my tuition money. Years later though, I became CEO of a publicly listed company pulling in millions a year. And there were my parents standing outside my office saying, "Honey, we were so wrong back then." The day my acceptance letter from Tsinghua arrived, I ran home as fast as I could. I wanted to see the look on my parents' faces. But the second I got to the gate, there was a brand new motorcycle sitting in the yard. I stopped dead. Then I heard laughter from inside. "Yang, you like it? 10,000 yuan. Dad drove all the way to the city to pick it out." That was my mom's voice. My brother was sitting on the motorcycle, just honking the horn like he owned the place. I pushed open the gate and walked in. Dad was crouching on the ground. I took a deep breath and handed him the letter. "Dad, I got into Tsinghua." Dad took it, glanced through it, then passed it over to Mom. Mom looked at it too, then set it aside. "Okay, got it," and walked straight into the kitchen. I just stood there, totally lost. At dinner, there was a plate of braised pork on the table. I reached for a piece, but before my chopsticks even touched the meat, Dad cut in. "Your brother's still growing. Let him have it." So I pulled back. The table was dead quiet, just my brother chowing down. After a long hesitation, I finally said quietly, "Dad, tuition is 900 yuan. He put down his glass. "You're a girl. What's the point of all this studying?" "Dad, I promise I'll pay you back every cent." "Enough, I don't have the money." He waved me off. I looked over at Mom. "Your dad's right. Why does a girl need so much education?" "But it's Tsinghua." "So what? You're still gonna get married anyway. Honestly, that money's better spent on your brother." She got up and headed for the door. I dropped to my knees. "It's just 900 yen, please." Dad shoved me aside with his foot and slammed the door on the way out. I lay on the floor, sobbing so hard I was shaking. My brother kept eating. Mom kept clearing the table. Nobody even looked at me. I stayed on my knees for so long my legs went completely numb. When it finally got dark, I dragged myself up off the floor. I could barely stand. Mom had her back to me washing dishes. "Mom, it's just 900 yen. Didn't you hear what your dad said?" She turned around, and she looked annoyed. "A daughter always ends up belonging to someone else's family. I raised you all this time. What have you ever done for us? Your brother's the one who'll take care of me when I'm old. Can you do that?" I had nothing to say. "All right, stop crying. You want to study so bad, and figure it out yourself." And she went to her room. I couldn't wrap my head around it. We're the same kids, so why is it so different? I wiped my tears and went back to my room. It was tiny, and the acceptance letter was just sitting on the desk. I sat on the bed, hugged my knees. Mind was all over the place. I was still 500 yuan short. Where was I gonna get it? Who would even lend it to me? The first person I thought of was my uncle. He was the only one who'd ever helped me. I stepped outside. It was already dark. That night, the road felt endless. I finally made it to my uncle's place and knocked on the door as hard as I could. It opened right away. "Warner, it's so late. What are you doing here?" He didn't even finish. I just burst into tears. My uncle grabbed me and brought me inside. "Warner, what happened?" I stood there wiping my face, couldn't get a single word out. "Uncle, I got into Tsinghua." I pulled the letter out of my pocket and handed it